Hello, I'm Jerry Coleby Williams and welcome to my garden. It actually starts in the street where I'm growing sweet potato, aloe vera, flowers for bees, and this hedge is one of the rarest Australian wildflowers, Hibiscus insularis. Now, my house is old, and one of the things that we face when we're dealing with climate change and adapting for the future is, what do we do? Well, we can't just knock down every single house and build a beautiful, sustainable house. Most of us can only afford to retrofit, so that's what I've done. This is an 1814 Queenslander, and in here I've got my front garden. Now, my front garden is a collection, an international range of plants which are able to cope with predicted climate change up to 2050. So when I set the garden up, I chose an international range of plants that can cope with the modern climate of Townsville, which is predicted for Brisbane in 2050. And that means the plants can cope with heat, flooding rain, long periods of dry weather, and as you can see, things are coping pretty well. I started with 150 plants and I've got about 150 that have survived. This is a tough garden and it's rain fed. I never give it any water. Now, this is my nursery area and it's really the engine room of the garden. This is where I propagate plants. I've got all my tropical herbs growing on this table, and behind me I've got a compost heap where I produce about 3 tons of compost every year. It's a vital thing for any garden to have. But this is where you'll find me pottering. This is my food garden. The entire place is just 815 square metres. I have about 300 square metres where I grow fruit and vegetables. I produce generally between 70 and 150 different edible things all year round. This property absorbs about 1 million litres of rainwater every single year, and that water is made to slow down. I've got mulched footpaths at the back. At the front I've got gravel, and that rough surface slows down the water and gets it to move vertically down into the soil, rehydrating the land. And that is one of the most powerful things you can do, apart from growing trees, to help combat the urban heat island effect. Now, when you're faced with issues as big as global warming and species loss, you often feel that there's nothing that you can do as an individual. But the whole purpose of this garden was to create a personal project to show people that by using simple tips and tricks that you can reduce your ecological footprint, you can do it on a budget, and by doing all these things, I've got an all year round food supply as well. Now, there's one thing everybody asks is, how much time does all this take? Well, I spend about 10 to 15 hours gardening a week, and I've been doing it ever since I was 15. It's my therapy. I don't go to the gym and I don't need a shrink. All I need is good food, a bit of sunshine and some compost and plants to work with, and I'm as happy as I can be. Now, if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me about gardening, conservation or sustainability, I'd love to meet you at Leaf at Meadowbrook on the 23rd of May at Griffith University. I look forward to seeing you there.